Chef Jamie here with another segment of Easy Eats. So I have a catering function and they asked for a tenderloin, a roasted tenderloin with chimichurri and horseradish cream sauce. We're going to do the chimichurris next week, but for now I want to teach everybody or turn you on to how to peel and tie a tenderloin. Now you can tie pork loin, tenderloin, when you stuff a meat, stuffed turkey, you want to tie it so it keeps it in there, and when the protein gets tight, the twine will keep it together and it'll form its shape. So I got to peel this first. Peeling a tenderloin literally means peeling it. So this is a tenderloin of beef just out of the cryovac. I'm going to take the chain off because, I mean, you could leave the chain on, but for what I'm doing, you don't want the chain. Now you can cut this up for stew. It makes, I'm sure my dogs are going to love it. But what you're doing is you're just cleaning it up. There's this residual membrane that's on here you want to pull off, and you're kind of peeling it off. That's why they call peeled tenderloin. This right here is the silver. You want to take this fat off. It's kind of like you got to work it with your hands and feel it, move it around. Sharp knife. You need a sharp knife. That's imperative because you'll be fighting it. So I know I'm going to take that silver off in a minute. I'm going to flip it over and see what the backside looks like. When I was a young chef, we used to have races because we had to peel so many. I could do a tenderloin in 12 minutes, and that was pretty fast, but they didn't look like this. They were a little fattier. So here I go. I'm peeling this off, this membrane. If we remember the membrane on the baby back rib, that's called peritoneal. So it's similar to that. You want to clean all this silver stuff off. Some of this fat is good, like this fat is good fat, gives it flavor. Piece of silver skin right there. Flip it back over, that side's done. I'm going to take this sharp knife, start a section, I'm going to peel it. Get the knife on an angle, come down and take this silver skin off. Okay? Once it's open like that, hold it in, let the knife ride on an angle. Again on an angle. Now you can tell if you're doing good or not because if there's meat on here, that's the way the chefs used to check me out. Now that's not good. They would hold it up and say, you're wasting meat. So it has to be all silver. So again, I'm just going to clean this up. I have my twine ready to tie. It's a very simple tie. Take this fat module out because it's got cartilage in it. And this is for roasting. If I was going to cut this into fillets, I would still do the same thing. And then just cut your fillet ounces. This is the chateau right here on the end. This is your center cut, and this is your tips, your tenderloin tips that you can buy in the store. And they sell all this separately. Of course, the chateau is going to be more expensive because it sounds expensive. Chateau. So, with that being said, and this fan being on, turn that noise off. I'm sure it's going to show up on the video. Here we go. Pretty clean tenderloin here. So, what I do is I take my twine and I'm going to find the end, and I'm going to tie it off. I want to tuck the tail under. You don't need to do this for pork loin, but I'm going to tie a knot. Actually, I'll do it this way because I'm right-handed. And look how fast this is going to happen. You want to leave a piece of string at the end. I do a triple tie called a hockey tie so it doesn't move, and then I knot it. The thinner you get the string to each other, the tighter it's going to be. But this is just to hold it together for roasting. So what you do is you take it and you just twist it like that, bring it underneath, pull it down to your desired length, pull tight, and then repeat. Twist it around, pull it through. Now again, I could get them a lot closer, but for what I need, I only need the space. So again, it's just take the string, you just twirl it around so you have almost like a bow, or a bow, and then you pull it through because you want it to grab so that you can go to the next. It makes a pull knot. And these pretty much stay tight as long as you keep working it. So I'm going to do this, tight, again. A lot of people don't know how to do this, but you know what, it's so easy. Once you learn it, you never forget it. Do this with pork loin, if you're stuffing a turkey or even a pork loin. You see them in the stores. Pull it tight, come back around. Now we're getting to the end, but this isn't the end. We flip it over, and then we pull this, and then we run our twine and do the same on the back side. This keeps it all together tight. So you see how it's tight? Do it again. Pull it through. Tighten it up. Pull it through underneath. So simple. So easy. The hardest part, in my opinion, is having the confidence and a sharp knife. Because you really need a sharp knife to peel the tenderloin. You'll be fighting with it and you will waste a lot of meat. And at the price of tenderloin, which is around $12 a pound, you really don't want to waste it. So I'm going through each and every string here. Looks just like the top one. And remember that string that I left on the other side? Well, that's where this comes into play. So here's the tail tucked in. I'm going to come under this. This will keep it nice and tight when I go to carve it. It'll be nice and tight up against the other one, and then it'll cook. It won't dry out. So there we go to the end. Then I flip it over. Now you can tell you're doing good. If this isn't a straight line, you're good. And even if it isn't, and it's tight, hockey knot, you're still good. Tie it off, cut it. There you go. How to tie a beef. A tenderloin of beef. But you can tie with anything. If you get these closer, it's going to make it tighter. For a stuffed turkey breast, you want to get it tight. You can do it with chicken breast. You can do it any kind of protein. It's a little tough with fish because fish is a little tender. It'll break. But, you know, poultry, beef, pound it out, stuff it, roll it, tie it. So I hope you learned something from this, and I just wanted to say thanks for participating in Easy Eats. Please subscribe and like. And this is Chef Jamie saying, be well, live well, and eat honestly. Thank you very much.